So there is this man out there on the loose named James Corden. I think most of the general public became aware of who he is after he started doing this segment where he sang car karaoke with celebrities like Justin Bieber and Michelle Obama while driving around the city of Los Angeles. At least that's when I found out who he was, and to be honest with you, I've always found him to be quite insufferable. I just feel like he's the type of person that makes you really wonder, how did this guy get so famous in the first place? 10 million people chose to follow him? To me, he is basically the male version of Ellen with his failing late night talk show and dyed blonde tips of his hair.
Okay, I think as a whole, I don't like this thought process. I get it. We hate this guy. I hate this guy. I get it. I don't like this thought process. I think it's lame.
There's just something about that wry little smile and Porky Pig laugh that makes me think that he is an extremely fake person. And much like Ellen, for whatever reason the mainstream media loves to force this guy down our throats, like fructose syrup in those Happy Meals. Like if he was making music, he would be amongst the biggest industry plants. It's like no one is really demanding this man to return time and time again, yet here he comes to rear his ugly head like a hemorrhoid. I mean, if I had to pick a British comedian to be doing all this stuff, I would pick someone like Ricky Gervais, but we all know how that would go down, as he's not accustomed to holding his tongue and dick riding every celebrity he interacts with like James.
In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world, people from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
They'd be in the middle of karaoke and Ricky would bring up Epstein's Island or some shit like that. Seriously though, after years of people speculating on how this man is not a good person, it now seems James is going to be drawing even more comparisons to evil Ellen, because he was banned from a New York City restaurant after treating the staff like garbage on multiple occasions. In a post written by the owner of the restaurant, he had this to say: "James Corden is a hugely gifted comedian, but a tiny cretin of a man, and the most abusive customer to my service since the restaurant opened 25 years ago. I don't often 86 a customer, which means take his ass off the menu, but today I 86'd Corden. It did not make me laugh." Here are two examples of the funny man's treatment of my staff. So in report number 1, this man just said, "In June, James Corden was here on table 61. Although this is diabolical, it happens very occasionally in all restaurants." After eating his main course, Corden showed the hair to the manager that I guess was in the food, and apparently the manager was very apologetic. Apparently at that point, Corden got extremely nasty to the manager, saying, "Get us another round of drinks this second, and also take care of all of our drinks so far. This way I won't write any nasty reviews in your Yelp or anything like that." So basically a threat, not to mention that he had already eaten his entire meal knowing that a hair had been in the food, and then only complained about it after trying to get some free drinks for him and his friends. In another report by another manager, James Corden was once again at brunch at this restaurant with his wife this time. Only a couple days back on October 9th, he asked for this table outside. They took him to table 301. His wife ordered an egg yolk omelet with some sort of cheese and salad. A few minutes after they received this food, James calls over their server, and he told her there was just a little bit of egg white mixed in with the egg yolk, which is obviously some Karen shit to do. So they once again informed the floor manager. The kitchen remade his entire dish, but the second time they accidentally sent it with fries instead of a salad, and that's when James Corden apparently just went absolutely ballistic and started yelling at the server, "You can't do your job, you can't do your job. Maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelet myself." Apparently the manager was still very apologetic. He even gave them some free champagne, but apparently the manager...
Wait, this is like free content, then you say do it, and then you fucking record it, and you have free content. Literally, it's just...
said while he was very pleasant in dealing with him, he still acted extremely nasty to the server. So based on this report, James appears to be one of those pompous douchebags who thinks they can treat anyone however they please because they became rich and famous. Or maybe I should just say it enabled him to do so, because I don't think that money really changes people. It kind of just exposes who they truly are.
Not one is an influencer, dude. They own a business. That's part of the marketing. Okay, they post a TikTok that goes viral, whatever the fuck. That's good for the business. You don't have to be a content creator to know about viral and marketing strategies. Like, what the fuck?
He threatens employees with bad reviews. He treats lower level employees like they are beneath his historic car karaoke presence. I mean, it sounds to me like he's the type of guy to...
Why guys is saying you? I don't know what he say. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said.
because I don't think they became rich and famous. Or maybe I should just thinks they can treat anyone however they please because they became rich and famous. Or maybe I should just say it enabled him to do so because I don't think that money really changes people. It kind of just exposes who they truly are. He threatens employees.
Dude, I treat people like trash when I was broke and when I'm here. I treated people like trash every time for the longest time. No, I'm not saying I'm proud of it. I'm saying it's a pattern. It's just what I do.
With bad reviews, he treats lower level employees like they are beneath his historic car karaoke presence. I mean, it sounds to me like he's the type of guy to blow the CEO in the bathroom and then take a shit on the floor and tell the janitor to clean it up. Like he's the type of guy, if there's nothing you can do for him, you can fuck right off. And people do obviously not like this Karen behavior, and so now many have come forward with their own stories regarding James treating them or those around them like trash.
You said I'm not proud of it, and this is why you're proud of being an ass. I don't think you get it though. I'm just saying, you can get me for being an asshole, right? But don't mix things up like, oh, because of ego or because of this or because of money or because of whatever. I've always been a fucking asshole. What are you talking about? Dude, I have seven banned league accounts. If anything, how much that is, that's insane.
So it's safe to say that in the eyes of the general public, his career is not aging well. And you guys out there don't want to be like him. That's why I'm so excited to be partnering up once again with my friends over at Teach Hanley to keep you guys looking fresh in the face. Y'all know Teach Hanley by now. I feel like we're even sweeter and wait for really any reason, but especially when it's better than I just really hate people who act like they're better than others for really any reason, but especially when it has to do with money or level of perceived success or status. We see people flex their money on others' heads all the time.
I can't hear you. There's too much money in my fucking head.
Especially within this influencer culture. Like even last week, we just saw DJ Academics make himself look like a damn fool on Unfresh and Unfit's podcast when he was trying to diminish a woman's worth because he has more money than her and apparently her broke-ass boyfriend, in his words.
What do you have to lose some weight until you can see your dick, nigga?
She got that. Oh, shit. So you're saying that if I lose some weight and I become your broke-ass, bitch-ass boyfriend, right? Oh, shit. No. Huh? So, but I bet you live in a fucking Section 8 housing and I live in a fucking mansion with... Man,
you know, I'm just telling you how it is. I don't see a problem with this. Fuck that guy.
You couldn't afford to get in this building, okay?
Boy, did she get that man emotional. If anything, ever since I started making more money, I really do appreciate everyday service people so much.
They press them and they're talking shit. When you talking shit, you open the door to all talking shit. As long as you're not racist or this is the dumb shit, when you open the door to talking shit face to face like that, it's fair enough. It's fair game. And if you can talk shit, there's no boundaries at that point.
More because they do work hard as fuck, they get treated like crap, and they don't even get proper compensation for doing so. I'm also envious of other people because being rich in money really isn't everything. You can be rich in health, you can be rich in spirit, you can be rich in family, and you'll be doing much better than the multimillionaire down the street from a mental standpoint. Now, the owner of the restaurant followed this post by saying the next day that James had called him to apologize, and that it was now all good. Which it's like, yeah, of course he's going to apologize now after being called out by the major news outlets on his Karen-ass behavior. To my knowledge, he did not even apologize to the waitstaff. He didn't apologize to the specific waitress that he hurt. Just the owner once again. And now it seems like James is going to be taking back his initial apology. As in an interview yesterday with the New York Times, when asked about the incident, he said, "I haven't done anything wrong on any level, so why would I ever cancel this? I was there, I get it, I feel zen about the whole thing, because I think it's so silly. I just think it's beneath all of us. It's beneath you, it's certainly beneath your publication." I guess pretty much saying don't even ask me about that shit. I really just want to know if there is generally anyone on planet Earth that would actually describe themselves as a fan of this guy. Like imagine someone asking, "Oh bro, who's your favorite comedian?" And you blurt out, "Oh, it's James Corden." Who? Oh, the car karaoke douchebag? At this point, I might even take the likes of Brendan Schaub over this clown. But to me, guys, this whole situation was really just Evil Ellen Part 3, Rise of the Clones. You know, some of these celebrities, they remain real humble. Others, like James, they just become some absolute monsters. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this story down below. Goofy. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Dropping a like. Thank you for Teach Hanley for sponsoring today's video. But as you guys know, it's Spinny Boy, Tan Superman, and some other horrible celebrities out here need to be covered. So I'm out.
Lost to a hair, somehow. Somehow lost to a hair. Unlucky. Cringe video. It was okay. I mean, a lot of it is hindsight, which is fair enough.